Africa unite, cause we're moving right out of Babylon, and we're going to our father's land. Yeah, how good and how pleasant it could be before God and man to see the unification of all Africans. Has it been said already? Now let it be done. Uh, we are the children of the higher man. We are the children of the Rasta man. Woo woo. Africa unite. Good morning, Africans. Good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, the people of the world. This is Smart Mado Ajaja, the convener of Open Nigeria and Africa Unite and the anchor of Nigeria Now. And the matters are rising at ONN. How are you doing? Yes, how are you doing? I hope you're having a great time. And those who are just waking up, I hope you had a great night. Yes, I am happy to introduce a new program, Good Morning Africa and Africa Unite, to our programs. Yes, our growing list of programs in order to bring the message of liberation and hope closer to the people of Nigeria, Africa, and around the world. Yes, today we are, starting a new program, and that the name of the program is Good Morning Africa, just to wake the people of Africa up as they rise from their beds in their various countries or various countries, and for those Africans too who live outside the African continent, including the descendants of slaves here everywhere in the world. I hope you guys are all doing well. And this is the Good Morning Africa program is an open mic program, and that means that there is a link pinned right there for those who want to appear live on our program. You click on it, and then that brings you to our studio to contribute to the issues that affect Africa. So and it's going to be like that forever, for as long as the program lasts. So it's going to be an open mic. You don't need no special invitation. Yes, we can accommodate one person at a time. Just when you have your time, you hit the mic and another person can jump in and then make his or her contribution. And you can also call us on phone. In the phone type, we can be over 200 on that, at the same time. It doesn't matter. So the phone line is actually, I posted it there too. So those want to, text us their opinion or want to have their voice heard, you can call that number that you are seeing right now. It's 713-281-5435. Yes, and that's what it is. You can do it on WhatsApp, and you can text us, or you can call us however you want. And that is just the way it is. I think WhatsApp will be cheaper from those calling from Africa, and that's it. And what are we talking about today at the inaugural edition, of Good Morning Africa? What are we talking about? Something strange happening, The Ethiopian government sent a delegation of their Ethiopian Electoral Management Commission to Nigeria to learn from the election, independent National Electoral Commission in Nigeria, they call INEC. Ethiopia sending them their own people to Nigeria to learn how to organize election. I don't understand the rationale behind that. So that's why we are asking, is Ethiopia okay? So as we speak, I believe they are still in Nigeria to learn how to organize election from the worst electoral agency on earth. I don't know. Does this government in Ethiopia love Ethiopia for real? Of all places, you want to learn something from an organization in Nigeria that conducted the worst election. They have never done anything right since they put them together. The last election was a whitewash, a terrible, terrible, terrible election. So we want to find out what it is that the Ethiopians really want to learn from their counterparts in Nigeria. Oh, maybe perhaps how to rig election, how to turn off the servers, how to make make nonsense of electronic voting. Maybe that's what they are out there to come and learn. But I'm going to read something, about that, so we all can be on the same page on that. So I'm looking for it. It's right here, right here. All right, you ready for this? Are you ready? Africa unite, cause you're moving right out of Babylon, and we going into our father's land. Children, how good and how pleasant it could be before God and man to see the unification of all Africans. Yeah, Marcus Garvey said it. Now let it be done. I know we know who we are under the sun. I see we are the children of the Rasta man. We are the children of the higher man. Whoa, whoa. Africa unite. Yes, this is the moment for African unity. Or is it because of African unity that Ethiopians came to learn something from Nigeria? Maybe. I don't know about that. Anyway, I'm going to read something from the Oriental Times. Okay, and it goes. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, on Monday received a delegation from the National Election Board of Ethiopia, NEBE, and the Coalition of Ethiopian Civil Society Organizations for elections at its headquarters in Abuja. Whoa, whoa, Ethiopia, the land of Emperor Haile Selassie. What's going on? INEC chairman, ignoble INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, the guy who organized the worst, is supposed to be in serving a life jail term, or at least punished, prosecuted for treason, what he did to Nigeria. INEC chairman Professor Mahmoud Yakubu described the meeting as an extraordinary engagement, noting that it marked the first time the commission would host a joint delegation of an electoral management body and a civil society coalition from another country. Great achievement. Oh, clap for INEC. Wow. The visit is unique because in the past we interacted mainly with colleagues from electoral commissions, Yakubu said. Today, we are hosting not just the National Election Board of Ethiopia, led by its deputy chairman, Mr. Tesfaye Niwei, but also the coalition of Ethiopian civil society organizations for elections representing over 180 civic groups. Interesting, interesting, interesting. He highlighted the shared democratic values and institutional similarities between Nigeria and Ethiopia, emphasizing both nations' multi-ethnic compositions, federal structures, and commitment to credible election. Great from Mahmoud Yakubu. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Africa, where are you? Are there Ethiopians in the house? We need to see Ethiopians, please. If you're an Ethiopian or a friend of an Ethiopian, share this message so that you will get an Ethiopian. I want to find out what's up with Ethiopia right now because I know what's up with Nigeria. Wow, Ethiopians. Where are you? I used to have a lot of Ethiopians. Okay, they're going to come. I know for sure. All right, Nigeria in West Africa and Ethiopian in Africa share a lot in common. with populations exceeding 135 million in Ethiopia and over 220 million in Nigeria. Both countries together represent about a quarter of Africa's population, Yakubu noted. All right. According to him, INEC and NEBE share similar constitutional duties, including conducting elections, registering political parties, monitoring campaign finance, delineating constituencies, creating polling units, accrediting observers, and promoting voter education. Whoa, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Man, that's one that I like. Like, let me say that again. He said, according to him, INEC and NEBE share similar constitutional duties. Wow. Including conducting elections, registering political parties, monitoring campaign finance. Oh, Lord have mercy. Monitoring campaign finance. Monitoring campaign finance. Oh, INEC of Nigeria. Monitoring campaign finance. Lord have mercy. Wow. Delineating constituencies, creating polling units, accrediting observers, and promoting voter education. During the 1 week study, oh, they are still in Nigeria. During the 1 week study visit, the Ethiopian team will attend 9 technical sessions covering various aspects of Nigeria's electoral system, such as strategic election planning, use of technology in voter registration, inclusivity for displaced persons and persons with disabilities, candidate nomination, observer accreditation, media engagement, and voter education. Yes, it ends there. Now, you need to see a lot of responses to this. Do I speak first? Okay. Hmm. Esther Sayamambo responded, to learn what? How to manipulate and rig elections? Is well. Oh. That's what Nigeria, those are Nigerians responding now. All right, Becky Talkback said, you forgot to add the, the, the mal before the practice. That is talking about malpractice. They have come to learn electoral malpractice. This is crazy. I don't even know. Why will Ethiopia make this kind of decision? Or the government there is about to do something similar to what they did to bring a thief, a rogue drug dealer, certificate forger, an identity thief, and a terrorist to power. Oh yeah, I guess that's what Ethiopia wants right now. Ethiopia has a lot of problems already since they murdered our father, Emperor Haile Selassie. The country has not known peace, and they want to do this. Are they sure they want to do this? Wow, wow, wow. Yahya Habibu said, you mean how to rig elections? That's what Ethiopians have got. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Anyway, let's read on. I pity Ethiopia because after learning from INEC in Nigeria, their country, their name will move from Ethiopia to Tilapia. He said the name of Ethiopia will move from Ethiopia to Tilapia after learning how to rig election from their Nigerian counterpart. This is ridiculous. Seriously, seriously. Of all places, Nigeria is my country. I love the country so much. Forget about all this. But I am a patriot. True patriots speak the truth. They don't hide the ugly things about their country because we want the country to be better. I want Nigeria to be a better country, not this piece of shit we have right now. That's not a country. All right, Rabbit Institute. Wonder what good Ethiopians would learn from organizations that can't abide by what they said. This is this is ridiculous. Where are the Ethiopians, man? Ethiopians, come on now. I'm not seeing you. Hey, thank you, Rabbit Institute, man. Much love from here. This is ridiculous. This is utterly ridiculous. For real. All right. Another person said, okay. Another person, he wrote in Nigeria's Pidgin English. I've been thinking say Ethiopian government gets more sense. Yeah. Meaning I used to think that the Ethiopian government has some little sense, common sense. So they came all the way from Ethiopia to Nigeria to learn how to rig election. Yeah, this is how disenchanted it is. How pissed off how Nigerians don't like to hear the name INEC. Yes. All right, that's another one there. Okay, Amos Emmy. He said the caption should have been to learn election malpractice. Oh my God! Oh my God! Yes, and Kingsley Nabogo had this to say. Imagine going to a thief to learn how he has been avoiding being caught. Funny. Ethiopians, where are you? I want to see you guys, man. Yes. Now, there used to be some Ethiopians who used to come here. Maybe, I don't know what time it is now because of the time difference. Perhaps they are still sleeping, or I don't know what it is. Yes. So I decided to put this program for now, like it the way it is. Yes. It is over 12 midnight here. I know that people in Africa will say that is why we said good morning, Africa. So you Africans listening, watching me, take this seriously, take it to heart, and share our message very, very widely. We want to reach Africans, when they wake up and they have rested, so that this message that we have been preaching about the liberation, about the unification, and about the integration of Africa will sink into our people's heads. And then for us to make it like understand what has happened to Africa. But I'm going to come to that. Let me, write on first. So the young people of Africa, you are my target. I will tell you what you don't want to hear, but they are the truth that will wake you up to do something. I'm trying to do something that will make a young African, every young African look at himself and ask himself some questions. Taking cognizance of what he knows or he has been told a little bit, because these days we don't read anymore. Many young people don't even know the history of Africa because they are carried away by the technology of today. Yes, they think they don't understand what those before us had to put up with, including mass death, including dying when they should not, by land grabbers who came from outside to conscript us and shackle us, to take us to Europe and other parts of the world. The younger generation don't know, but we have to let them know now so that they look at themselves as Africans and look at those from the countries where those who colonized us, those who enslaved us, those who created apartheid in South Africa, those who brought about imperialism, and those who created globalization. It's the same thing, the same philosophy, the same thing. And all these were done at the expense of Africa and to the detriment of the African people. So I want to put some sense into the head of every young African who is willing to learn. If we can build a critical mass of critically conscious Africans, that is what we need to drive the continent away from being a needy and being a weeping child that everybody wants to help. Everybody wants to support Africa. Yeah, but Africa has more than 45% of the earth resources. But those who steal from us still want to shove pacifiers into our mouth to make us incapable of doing things for ourselves. We are tired of that. And then to see Ethiopia sending a delegation of its electoral board to a Nigeria that cannot organize a simple election. They can't even organize a simple local government election. What are they going to teach the Ethiopians? Absolutely nothing but fraud. Is that what they took their time, to come for a week to study criminals, Mahmoud Yakubu, he should be hanged for what he did, because what he did led to the death of millions of Nigerians. He put a whole generation in danger. What is he teaching? Ethiopia, where are you? Where are you, Ethiopians? Hey, Ikenam. Hey, Ikenam, how are you? B. Philip, howdy from Texas. Hey, howdy, howdy, how are you? Yes, 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 yes. Pot, behave yourself. If you don't behave yourself, Mr. Pot, I'm gonna expel you from this place. So if you don't have anything to say, just shut up and be quiet. Okay? All right. Now let's continue to read. And oh my God. Akuro Lawrence had this to say. He said those people didn't see country to visit. Now INEC for Nigeria didn't see. It means that's a pidgin English for Nigeria. It means after looking at every other country to visit to learn something about election, they went to INEC in Nigeria. What are they going to learn? Wow, that's serious. And that comment alone attracted over 77 replies. Do I read all this? Okay, and Love Day, Osawa, wrong road that leads to the wrong junction. That's what he described the action of the Ethiopians as a journey through a wrong road that will lead to no direction. That is sad. That is sad. And Lupa Ate, I think there is a typing error here. It should be Ethiopian electoral officials visit INEC to learn Nigeria's rigging election management practice and changing results overnight. Yes. Wow. This is serious. And now another one. To learn what precisely what? Nothing. Then Adeboye Adeleye say it seems Ethiopia wants to go back to Stone Age. Yeah! Rastafari. Is this the country of Emperor Haile Selassie that they are coming from, or somewhere else? Wow. Okay, now, brother Abuchi, he can't collect update how to win without winning. All right. I think something the Ethiopian government or the president of Ethiopia needs to be probed. Somebody needs to look into very critically into what he's about to do. I know that after Emperor Haile Selassie, when Mengistu Miriam, after collecting money from imperial forces, killed Emperor Haile Selassie, yes, that country was going to fall apart, and it has been a difficult time for Ethiopia. Look at one part of it, Tigray, and they lost Eritrea. Right after that, Emperor Haile Selassie was able to keep all of them together because he was a good man. He was a leader. He was a humane person. Yes, as typical, the West will demonize. They call him dictator. Even when he was not even a temporary, the man built the country from scratch and turned that country into a modern country. In addition to starting the Organization for African Unity, Africans, Africans, they cut him down. And look at where the country is now. Yes. All right. Ogechi Amadi, then come learn how to rig election. They came to learn how to rig election. Then added Basi, the Ethiopians should have asked ordinary Nigerians first how NIC conduct elections in Nigeria before they visited INEC. Well, this is sad. This is really sad. Benedita Okeke asking how to rig election. Me. All right. It's like the other one, engineer Ivan said, it's like their president want to rig the next election, like their president wants to rig the coming Ethiopian general election. Wow. Nande Onoha, the same way Nigeria hired their aircraft to do us abracadabra. until, until now, no Nigeria Airways. All right, you see now. Some Nigerians can be mischievous, intellectually, intelligently, Towards the end of Buhari's, actually the very last day of Buhari's thing, Buhari was those handlers of Buhari were itemizing the great job that Buhari did. They went to Ethiopia, huh, rented an Ethiopian airliner, and put a banner of Nigerian Airways on it, and said that Nigerian Airways has been resuscitated, and they drank champagne over it. On the day Muhammadu Buhari handed over to this criminal holding Nigeria hosted, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it's a gang of thieves. So the Ethiopians are involved, now beginning to piece it together. And up to now, Hadi Sirika, the Minister of Aviation for Nigeria, who ought to be in jail, is walking free. Why? Because he's a Fulani elite, one of those untouchable. But this Balablu, what they call him, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has not seen the reason to go after him for that monumental fraud that he committed. But Emefiele is so easy for him, although he's a criminal. Even himself, Bola cannot prosecute any person successfully. He's a thief. So you see, we see the thing. Now let me go to YouTube to see. All right. Francesca, how are you? All right. They say hello, sir. Good afternoon from here at Philippines. How are you? I'm praying Nigeria. The killings happening to beloved Christians there. Yes, they are killing a lot of Nigerians. It's not just only Christians. They are killing Nigerians, period. Because those people are hypocrites, animals, who want to continue to hold Nigeria captive. They know that their time is out. They are killing all kinds of people. They are killing the Hausa people. Hausas are Muslims, like them. But the Hausas, they have controlled the Hausa people for 221 years. Now the Hausas are telling them, we are tired. You have misled us using Islam to make us, divide us, separate us from other Nigerians. So now we are not going to allow you. The Hausa people are rising up. And I'm telling you, within the next 1 year, you will see what is going to happen in Nigeria. Forget about all this nonsense that they are doing right now. Nigeria will witness what has never been witnessed in the history of Africa. It's only brewing right now. Yes, so thank you very much for your prayers. Yes, thank you very much for your. Yes, I also pray my current partner who is Christian. I want to be, I want to be him. I want him to be safe. Please pray for me and my partner who have misunderstanding because I'm always back talking about my exes because I hurt him. All right. I hope your partner is listening. You know, one thing you need to do, if you had shared this broadcast with him, I would have sent a message in a manner that everybody has a past. So if you want to dwell in somebody's past, you will never move forward. So, take these words to him. We all have a past. Everybody, there's no human being. There's no human being who does not have a past. If you don't have a past, then you are not a human being. Your past is a part of you and will always be a part of your history. All right. So I hope he hears that. Maybe that will comfort him and help him. So that's just it. But you too, you are past is past. You have that past. He has his own past. Talk about now and how to move forward. It is very, very critical for survival in relationship. All right. All right. Thank you very much. And Kingsley Uchendo, they came to learn rigging from the rigging masters. Oh my God, this is interesting. This is interesting. Stella Chukwuyere, wow, it's a lot of comments to read on this. Stella Chukwuyere said, of all the places, is rigging team you want to learn from. You see how disgusted Nigerians are with INEC. Why will Ethiopia make this kind of blunder for it? Does the president of Ethiopia truly love Ethiopia? We are suffering the consequences of what this same idiot Mahmoud Yakubu did to Nigeria. And you are bringing people to come and learn how to do what? He couldn't organize an election for chickens, and you are bringing him to learn. Hey, please, everybody who is here watching this, do us a favor. Do us a favor. Yes, we are doing a great job informing the world, informing Africans, informing Nigerians, and informing the people of the world. Not just informing them, but informing them correctly. Everything that we read out to you is driven by facts, not fiction. So, make us happy, inspire us to do more things. Like our posts, share as you are watching right now. You are listening to this hilarious thing, but it's annoying, it's painful. But this is just the way it is. Like what we are doing, like, share, and because every share you do and every like you do, it doesn't take but a second to like. It helps us, and it helps inspires YouTube to continue to recommend our stream to others from everywhere on earth. So do us that favor, like what we're doing right now. Just double tap, like, send us super thanks, send us super chats, to help us expand our work, to encourage us. We have a lot of people giving us information on the ground from across Africa. We support them one way or the other. Support us to help them too. We'll appreciate that. You see, things are, we're trying to bring up the young people in Africa to wake up, to take their continent. Yes, we want more support for Ibrahim Traore. We want more support for Malema. We want more support for Professor Patrick Lumumba. We want more support for me and many others who are speaking up on behalf of Africa. Let's do it. We can do it. All right, Francesca. Okay, you said God bless you, sir, because thank you for following me on TikTok. Oh yes, I saw you on TikTok. I followed. I recognized immediately that you were the one, so I had to follow. Don't worry, everything is gonna be all right. Okay, everything is going to be all right. So if you look at the message that I just sent, to your partner in Nigeria, you can clip a part of that message and send it to him. Tell him his brother, a Nigerian who lives in the United States, and the anchor of Nigeria Now at ONN sent that message because you brought the issue, before right during our show. So I hope that will encourage him. Like I said, everybody has a past. I have a past. All right, I have a past. So I'm not going to judge anybody by his or her past. I will talk about now, and then tomorrow, and future. So that's what is important. So going back to reading all this. Wow, Sunday anyway, coming to learn how to conduct inconclusive elections and 3 a.m. announcement of results. That was what Mahmoud did to Nigerians. An election that was going on so smoothly, all of a sudden, he turned off. He turned off the server and said that they were going to continue tomorrow. In the dead of night, he declared the drug dealer who cannot do anything. He's so incoherent, he doesn't even know where he is most of the time. He declared him winner after he was paid so much money. We know that he collected money. So to put his country in the danger that has killed thousands of people, displaced millions of our compatriots, sent a lot of children out of school, and now they live in internally displaced people's camps across the north of Nigeria. Yes, this is sad. This this is that was what Yakubu Muhammad Mahmoud Yakubu did to Nigeria. Mhm. That was what he did to his country. History will judge forever, judge him so harshly, and he will not know peace. Yes, he will not know peace. He will continue to have heart heartquake for his crime against the Nigerian humanity. So that is where who the Ethiopians Ethiopian government sent a delegation to come and understudy Nigerian electoral body that cannot conduct election for dogs. This is sad. Yes, yes, yes. It's sad. Tinubu is a disaster. It's a failure. You say that's why I'm disappointed by Tinubu for not helping many people. Killings of our beloved Christians into Nigeria is bad news. Well, it's so sad. It's really sad. Yes. Yeah. Nobody is arrested when they kill. Nobody is arrested. So it means that Tinubu is part of it. His son went to join a terrorist organization the other day, and his daughter is going around the country, forcing market leaders of something we have never seen before. And the people of Nigeria are so scared of rising up. But they will rise up now because when they know that there's nothing else to do but to rise up, we are getting very close to it. They will rise up. Yes, they will. Like the people of Nigeria will rise up. Tesi ihe chiluru onwa kalusi. Okay. Una can't learn how to rig election law. This is the funniest thing I've ever heard. Yeah, Ethiopia. Ethiopia, are you hearing? Where are you? Where are you, Ethiopia? Oh my God. Ayo, Abisoye. Yeah, Bisoye company. Why are Igbo like this? Okay. I know you will bring your tribalism here. We are talking about Nigeria. You are talking about Igbo. Shame on you. But I will not kick you out. I want you to learn, from those who are conscious. I want you to learn because you are blind, and your blindness is very dangerous. But I will do my best to inspire something that will open your eyes. Now, did you eat yesterday? How many times did you eat yesterday? You are defending tribe, all right? Instead of defending Nigeria. How many did you eat? Did you eat yesterday? Do you have a job? All right. Yeah. All right. Very good. I'm going to ignore you. But if you continue ranting, I will kick you out. But again, you are a Nigerian like me, and I will let you have your opinion. I am not like Bola Tinubu, who will go after those who do not agree with his evil. Yes. Yes. All right. Okay. Well, whatever it is what it is. Not just many Nigerians, I see thousands. I don't even know how many I'm going to be able to read, but I will read as much as I can. All right, Joseph Ode, that's not an Igbo. All right, that's how it all started, says Ethiopian historian in 2535. Many years after the delegates introduced the Nigerian electoral system to Ethiopia. Chike Roha. Maybe they have come to learn how to engineer a technical glitch and rig an election. Eh, all right. Okay. See. All right. Now the next one. Lovely Oba Karis, a tank. Other countries don't jealous us tire. He was laughing. Afolabi, Abimbola, Olayemi. All right. Abisoye, here is a Yoruba person who won't get sense, not a fool like you. All right. To learn management, my practice, Abi, my practice. That's a Yoruba man, nice Nigerian. Yet, unlike a fool like you, you should be ashamed of yourself for this, for what you just said. All right, we are talking about Nigeria. You are calling Igbo. What has Igbo got to do with this? Ethiopians came to Nigeria to learn how to do fraud, electoral fraud. People are talking about it. You are coming. Many Yorubas have spoken, Yorubas who have sense, who are conscious, who are Nigerians, who want a better Nigeria. They have spoken. They spoke like Nigeria. They spoke from their heart, like the way I am speaking, because I'm very passionate about seeing a Nigeria that will work. Or you are here following Tinubu because he give you a battle. Don't worry, you will find out very soon how stupid your position is. All right. Now, Mohammed Kumari Moazam, they will teach them how to rig election. Afolabi Abimbola, learn management. Okay, Mohammed. Okay, they will teach them. Jeff, Jeff Og, should I be surprised? Are they not all pupils to the same master? Okay, wanted to say puppets. Okay, all right, gallant boss. They want to learn how to rig elections in their country, like Nigeria. All right, Prince Ike. Are they trying to learn election malpractice? Nigeria, giant of Africa. All right. Maria, Maria Usman. I laugh. I laugh at the Ethiopian government in Spanish. Yes, you see what this is what is coming out. It's coming out like comic because these are people who are tired. They have been so battered. So now they turn this into this is a very annoying thing. Why will Ethiopia commit this kind of harakiri? For what? You know. Hey, if you are joining us for the very first time, Nigerians, people from around the world, this is your first time of joining us, we love you, we welcome you, we appreciate you sincerely and very deeply. All right, Big Osifo, thank you very much for walking. Welcome. Yeah, this is your first time of joining us, please subscribe to our channel, and then. Um, if you want to join our membership, join to help us, expand our mission and do great things for the people of the world. Yes, so we are talking about Ethiopians sending a delegation from their electoral body, national electoral body in Ethiopia, coming to learn how to organize an election from INEC in Nigeria. INEC that could not organize a local government election. Every time they want to, on top of that, they will deploy the whole troops in Nigeria. Can you see the waste of manpower? They will deploy thousands of soldiers, thousands of police to come and witness election in one state. Ah, that is expensive. Moving those soldiers, paying them allowances that they ought not to be earning, because an election, something as simple as organizing an election, you bring a ballot box, people line up, vote, put their vote in their boxes, and then you count it. You see how the world look at us because of the way we behave like kindergarten. That's why they want to keep us in their schools. Yes, and make sure that we do not graduate. Every time everybody wants to come and help Africa. Africa has the whole thing that is feeding the whole world. But people come from outside to want to come and help Africa because Africans don't want to grow up. Yes, they are refusing to grow up, not because they cannot grow up. Africans have a way of letting criminals to be leaders in charge of everything. The good people, the great leaders of Africa, are not anywhere near the corridors of power. They are either scattered around the world because they are frustrated by the system at home. So they hands up and go to places where they are given opportunity to express themselves. But still, that comes with some disadvantages. So this is why you and I must wake up now. This is why we must wake up. This minute is the reason why we must wake up. And that was why we created this program. Now we call now Good Morning Africa. So as you wake up, you jump into something positive. We talk about Africa. Talk about what is taking place in Ethiopia. Talk about what is taking place in Gambia. Talk about what is taking place in Kenya, Uganda, yes, Egypt, yes, Sudan, yes, Niger, Burkina Faso, yes, Ivory Coast, Ghana, yes, Liberia, Sierra Leone, everywhere in Africa. issues that impact the people of Africa coming from anywhere in Africa. That's what we're going to be talking about. So today is the very first time we started this program. You know, Good Morning Africa, Africa Unite. So mark it, and the program starts usually at midnight here. That's 12 midnight here. In Nigeria, it's 6 a.m. Nigerian time. I don't know what it is in other parts of Nigeria and the rest of West Africa. I think it's 6 a.m. In East Africa, the time variance, I think, is about 1 hour. South Africa, between Nigeria and South Africa. So it starts maybe 7 a.m. South African time, depending on which part of Africa you live in. So calculate 12 midnight here, and then plot the graph so that every Wednesday is when we host it. Today is the very first time, and we are dealing with a very interesting topic. Yes, Ethiopian government sending a delegation here from their electoral body to come and learn how to organize an election in Nigeria. And Nigerians are not taking it funny because they don't think that Nigeria is a great destination for any serious country that wants to organize a credible election. Not now, for real, not now. We are not going to pretend that everything is well. That does not make us unpatriotic. We are very patriotic, and we love Africans. We don't want we don't want Ethiopia to make the same blunder that Nigeria made to put itself the way it is. Ethiopia is very, very, very strategic to the survival of Africa, and the survival of the world, because most of the things that took place, Ethiopia is a very historic country. Even the story of Jesus is in Ethiopia. It started all there. Yes, the beginning of the world started there. Yes, Ethiopia in Africa. And Ethiopia was where the headquarters of African Union is, that started in 1963 as Organization for African Unity. Why is Ethiopia messing up for real? Sending their people to come and learn from a rogue organization that should be disbanded, or that ought to have been disbanded. No, the INEC does not do any good for Nigeria. No, Nigerians don't want it. It's a useless system. All right, Ayo Adelano, uh, SEO, they have come to learn how to read. This is serious. This is serious. Okay, let me go back to reading. It's a lot to read. All right, Nkechi Grace Stephen. Rano, we have INEC. INEC, is it I? I and neck. That's what he's trying to say. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Anthony David, Ethiopia came to learn Kung Fu in Nigeria instead of going to China. That is what it is. Kai, 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 Kai. This is crazy. Crazy, crazy. All right. Cyprian Santiago. Father want to teach him some how to deny Bele. Oh my God. Musa Ibrahim, very funny. How a blind person will lead a blind person. Sorry, not the citizen's name. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is crazy. This is how will I put this is a referendum on INEC. This is how much Nigerians don't hate that institution. They're coming to learn how to make 1 plus 1 that will sum to 11. Ogaron, no look back. Okay. Dotun Omega, live band, came to learn INEC big grammar, like in conclusion, in conclusion. All right. Osasune, Ekato. Then one learn my practice. I pity them. Clem Ohaneze. Ha ha ha. Ethiopia came for PhD degree program on electoral malpractice. Wish, wishing you all the best. Ijeoma Richard Ugochukwu had this to say. You don't know where to learn. Now, Nigeria, you can't learn electoral practice. Oh my God. Yeah. And now, one for Ezizwe Onyedika Anderson. I swear, Africa's supposed to be comedy channel for heaven. I thank God I know better. All right. Eunice Godfrey, who told them to come, is the suspect. All right. Um, Friday also, it is a matter of birds of the same feather, perching together, or blind man leading normal person. Oye, my chief Patrick, you say what? Sarata, then go enter one chance. See Prince Santiago once again. Father, want teach him son how to deny belly. Oh my God. Who they advise them? They want to learn how to read? All right. Even if they not get eyes, they're not they hear. Even if they have no eyes, I was talking to Ethiopians. Even if Ethiopians don't have eyes, can't they hear? Hey, John Cena, how are you? Okay. Vincent, Dozier Ume. Oh my God. Shuku Mwike Franklin, electoral malpractice or practice. Don Dizexen, after learning, the boss resigned. Marty J. Sinki, from frying pan to fire. That's where Ethiopian is going. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I agree with that one. From frying pan to fire. It looks like if Ethiopians want to descend into fire from frying pan. And it is not funny. It's not funny, seriously. Hello, D. How are you? How are you? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Now, Marcel Okafor, professor of rigging and practice, Mahmoud Yakubu, promised Terma Lavena he wants to learn corruption. Learning from the wrong person is like using expo a madman gave to you in jam exam. Yay! The more they look, the less they see. Imo Joseph, why coming now that our ego that day on colors on the ego is flying like a crazy. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! This is crazy. This is a lot to read. If I read this one tonight, it's gonna be a whole day of reading. It's a lot. Joke Davo Mora, joke of the millennium. Ayuba Shanshin Matthias, Ethiopia. How many times did I call you? Who did you wrong? Okay. Demi Chinaway. The comment section shows that the people all know what to learn. So, well, they should have learned. I hope they are following this comment. They would, that would have advised them to take the next bus ride or ticket back, flight back to Ethiopia, Addis Ababa. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of time. They're not going to learn anything useful but stupidity in all ramifications. Elijah Ogechuku, these people don't enter one chance. It said the Ethiopians are in trouble. All right. Una noted that you didn't tell them when a blind man leads a blind man, where do you think they will end up? To study rigging right? Kano praise. Then Una don't enter one chance with that. All right, Gideons, birds of the same feather flock together. Their plane missed their way to Nigeria. It's like their airplane. Somebody saying that their airplane missed its way to Nigeria. All right, Big Osifo, how are you? Okay. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, Francesca, I don't understand because what you said to my One comment. Thanks, please. Answer me again, sir. I want to protest against the government because I am having a Nigerian boyfriend who lived there, who lived there in his Philippines. Does your boyfriend live in Philippines or he lives in Nigeria? Where does he live, Francesca? Tell me so that I'll be able to answer the question you just asked. All right. Okay. We deserve better Nigeria and freedom. Absolutely. And that is what we are working about. And that is why we have a link there. You join the Open Nigeria Now movement because that's a great platform to take on the corrupt Nigerian system, not through ADC or APC, none of them, or PDP. They are useless. It's the same thing. Over recycled criminals. They are the reason the INEC in Nigeria will not work because everybody wants to cheat. Yes, Nigerians don't, politicians don't want to win fair and square. They are criminals. So that's why they have a criminal body. Now they want to infect the whole of Africa with their criminality. It is sad. So when we see crazy things like this, we will condemn it. That does not make us unpatriotic. We are die-hard true patriots. True patriots. True patriots speak truth to power in their country. Our country is in the hands of rogues at all levels. In the presidency, rogues. National Assembly, rogues. State governors, rogues. Local government chairman, rogues. Members of state assembly, rogues. Everybody with political affiliation is a rogue. Even the people who follow them are rogues. Yes, they follow stupid people instead of fighting for their country. They saw what the Nepalese did to save their country. They will not do it. They are looking for cheap little pennies to eat. And then it ends like that. That's why one stupid one that was talking to me now, I think he has said now he's silent. I think he has gone off. You know, we want a better Nigeria. And the only way to do it is to be born again. Look at the history of our country. Look at the history of Africa. Look at the history of everything about us. Why can't we do something better? Is it that somebody made it impossible that we cannot do anything good? Very beautiful country with everything in it. Nigeria, no Nigerian is supposed to be unemployed. Nigerians are supposed to be living in opulence. Yes, because the country is so endowed with everything. We left our country in the hands of criminals. It is all our fault. And now they have armed themselves. They use the army, they use everything. They use Boko Haram, they use the Fulani headmen to fight us so that we will keep quiet. They blackmail us. In the church, you have the pastors working for them. They tell you about Jesus, that God will tell you that you should pray for criminals because they are leaders. There's no way God said so. Everybody, yes, everything is messed up. You go, traditional rulers are the worst. Those ones now they go from one obituary to the other now, looking for cola. That's what it is. How can a country be run like that? And that country will become an Eldorado. It's not going to happen. It is we who must stand up and change that country. It is we who must stop being corrupt. It is we who must stop being transactional. Everything in Nigeria is money, 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 money. Ordinary demonstrating patriotism to your country. Money. You don't know that you owe that country some duties, some responsibilities. Yes, starting with a civic, yes, moral, constitutional and spiritual obligation to keep the country. Which country is running like Nigeria anywhere on earth? No country is run like Nigeria. Nigerians are mostly unpatriotic. That is why the country is the way it is. That's why criminals take charge of our country. If the people are patriotic, they will look for patriotic citizens as leaders at all levels. They will look for a patriotic citizen as president. They will look for a patriotic citizen as vice president. They will look for patriotic citizens as senators that will produce a good Senate president, not a sexual molester. Yes, yes. They will look for good candidates, good citizens who will be state governors, and then members of the state assembly. If you have them like that lined up, everything is good. That's what even in America here, you see, they are even saying that their own is not good enough. But when you fuck up once, now that one, they will tell you you are not going back the next time. And when that election comes the next time, you will not go back. No matter what you do, you can't bribe anybody for with money here. Because everybody has something doing. So you are not going to insult him. Here they talk about issue. They talk about education. They talk about healthcare. Yes, because everybody has children. All right, many people have children. Everybody goes to the hospital. Who will bring that policy that will make the hospitals continue to work? Where there's medicine in the hospital at all times. You don't have to be told to go and buy medicine, maybe fake medicine from outside for them to treat member of your family. Everything that is there is there. Yes. Electricity is there in the hospital. They don't go and be looking for water to perform surgery. Everything is there. So when they are choosing leaders, they listen to them about healthcare, about education, about infrastructure, about energy, about human rights, about children's rights, about women's rights. Yes, but all those important things, day-to-day thing that people have to rely on for their survival. About job creation, employment, about the economy. Every candidate knows something about the economy and how they will tailor it, how it will benefit their own immediate constituency. Yes, yes, they do that for their country. But what do we do in Nigeria? You elect thieves. You only see them once, and that time is during the election. If maybe you see them a little bit Christmas time, they are reminding you about the next election. They'll buy you silly rice. Like we hear Bola Tinubu's wife is distributing a sanitary pad for young girls in elementary school. So you give them one pad for 1 week or one period. And then what? But here, they have social welfare policy that translates into social security. Yes, for the people. If you don't have a job and you qualify, yes, because they will find you a job. But if you are qualified for any reason, you are handicapped for any reason, your benefit will come when due. You don't have to struggle for it. You don't have to know anybody. That initial qualification is all that you need. And then when you get back on your feet, you let them know too. And that, because who wants to be taking handout from government? Handout from government is not even enough for you to survive. You want to work and then be confident that you are working. You want to buy more things, not what government give you. Maybe what they give you 1,000. Out of the 1,000, you pay your rent and you buy your food, and that's all. They are going to give you a loan for all those basic things. But if you want to buy a good car, you got to have a job. So people will get away from handout to go seek employment and work, and that's what makes this country work. But nobody will be so hungry. Yes, nobody will be so hungry, and that's why they have that social network, social net. All right, okay. So social security. They have a social welfare policy. I interviewed a professor from a Nigerian university some years ago. I was trying to find out if Nigeria has a social welfare policy. I don't even know if they study social work in Nigerian universities. So when you don't have a social welfare policy, you will not understand how a system runs. And the reason it is like that is because when people at least can feed, they don't talk about criminality. Yes. When people are put in desperate position, that's why they commit crimes. And that is why the crime rate in Nigeria is surging. Because many people don't have anything to do. Not because the country is poor, because the country is poorly managed. The country is in the wrong hands. And we made the choices. They keep us hungry that every time we want some food, yes, we'll be fighting one another. They will come and give us handouts. And they will make it look like they are doing you a favor. Money that they stole from you, they give you a pittance out of it. You'll be celebrating them and worshiping them. Now I'm telling you now that they are your enemies. They are not good. Any politician who gives you handout towards an election is not a good person that you should vote. The man who has the capacity to lead you will be one who is not willing to do all those or doesn't have the money. And even if he has it, he's not going to give it. Like me, when I ran for Senate, I told the people, I'm not giving you no penny. For what? Why would I buy you to serve you? Because I know that if I was voted into the Senate, I would serve like no Nigerian senator has ever served. I would do work. Yes, because I did not buy you. But if I invested my money in buying you, I will recoup my money. That will be return on investment before I even think about you. And once you put yourself in that gear, you don't even think about the people anymore. That's why nobody thinks about you until the next election. Nigerians, I think you need to wake up. But let's go back. This is what we are trying to avoid for the people of Ethiopia. Yes. Why will Ethiopia send its people to come and learn anything from a corrupt institution in Nigeria? Yeah, that is a country that does not wish its people well. But the president of Ethiopia, something is not right with you for it. For looking at all the countries. Why didn't you send? I think South Africa would have been a better place. And South Africa is close to not too far from Ethiopia. Why would you send? They have a credible electoral system. Maybe perhaps not the best, but a lot better than Nigeria. Or why didn't they send them to Egypt to learn how to organize the election? Not Nigeria. What outstanding thing did the INEC in Nigeria do that will make you? Maybe perhaps they could have gone to Kenya, another place where they turn off the server, where another criminal is Ruto. What is wrong with Ethiopia? Honestly, what happened? Anyway, let's read as much as as we can read. Wow, wow. He said, Tom Pro. He said to learn broad daylight rigging. That's what the Ethiopians have come to learn in Nigeria. Ada Vuruku. Ada Vuruku. Now watch the edit. Watch the edit news. Be this oh. Waiting be this. They came to learn the magic behind number three becoming number one. Yeah. How to make each election official to deliver their respective polling units. Yeah, that's what they have come to learn. It's a disgrace, really. I think I expected so much more than this from Ethiopia, from the Ethiopian government. I can tell you they are not learning anything. They will learn corruption and go back there. Yes. Uzo Olise came to learn what? I laugh in Swahili. All right. Josiah Oyedele, Nigeria, giant of Africa. I don't know about that right now. I don't know about that. A giant that cannot be exemplary, a giant that cannot do anything. The country is truly a giant, but its leaders are thieves all over the place. Yes, all of them need to be rounded up and arrested. And I hope the people of Nigeria will wake up to that level of consciousness to do that decisively. Yes, we deserve a better Nigeria. And this is rubbish. Uh, Hapsemo, how are you, Anthony from that book? How are you doing? Thank you very much for joining from you too. All right, Eddie Asian, Ethiopian, don't buy market. All right, ha ha ha. What would be students gain by learning under a wrong lecturer? Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, of you know. If you know, you go know, and your mind go there. They came to learn from the professor of glitches. Let's not conclude yet. This might be the governor Amuneke type of edit. So we are seeing the edit. All right. These people don't miss road. He said the Ethiopians missed the road. They missed their way. They were supposed to go into somewhere else. James Ike, when Agboro wants to learn from the main arm robber. Wow. All right. How much them bring come this Niger? Ethiopia electoral officials missed their way. Finally, Ethiopia own don't finish. It's over for Ethiopia if they come to Nigeria and learn this vice and go back to Ethiopia. This is how disgruntled Nigerians are. This is how disgusted they are about the INEC in Nigeria. The INEC does not inspire confidence. It doesn't inspire hope. It killed the morale of a lot of Nigerians. That Nigerians now have this lackadaisical attitude towards an election because in the year before 2023, the buzz around the election 2023 election was supposed to be like a ballot revolution, but that was dashed when a criminal was put in place, courtesy of Mahmoud Yakubu, the INEC chairman, today that is training Ethiopian officials how to steal election. Wow, wow. All right, their plane missed road. I beg, they thought they were getting to Brazil. Oh my God. They don't go learn how to rig election. All right, many of that. Do they want to learn glitches on the presidential election? Kai, on a miss road. All right, all right. When I saw this write up, I shouted, Nigeria is probably got to teach them how to rob election too. Adewo see Victor. Then down Miss Road. The Miss Road. All right. Oh my God. How many am I going to read? So much. Yes. It's so much. How to make each election official deliver their words. Yes. And Haile Selassie is weeping already. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. This is not the country Emperor Haile Selassie took time to build from 1930 to 1975. Yeah, 1930 when he was coronated, he built a country from scratch. Yes, a country now. Ethiopia was like a village. Emperor Haile Selassie took time, bit by bit, block by block, put that country together. Sent a lot of Ethiopians abroad to learn. You see, Ethiopians are very, very good with science. Chemistry. I saw so many chemistry professors here in the United States when I used to be in books business. Medicine, yes, mathematics. Emperor Haile Selassie trained all those people and they came back. You know, their educational system was superb. Only God knows what it is right now with years of destruction. Yeah, like Nigeria was, they jumped down on the country. Mengistu started it. So I hope Mengistu, I hope he's still alive in Zimbabwe where he went to hide. Stupid man. Yes, that is just what it is. So Ethiopia is corrupt to be in this kind of to bring Ethiopian officials to Nigeria to learn something. The person who sent them must be in touch, has been in touch with the corrupt Nigerian system. Yes. What kind of nonsense is that? What kind of nonsense is that? Hey, listeners and viewers from around the world, you are listening to the inaugural live stream of Good Morning Africa and Africa Unite. Yes, anchored by me, Smart Mado Ajaja. And I also anchor Nigeria Now and Global Matters are rising. Yes, for different days. And again, I am the anchor of Reggae at its best on ONN. We air that every Friday starting 10 p.m. Central Standard Time here, which is about 4 a.m. in Nigeria. But I still see a lot of Nigerians they come to be part of the reggae night. It's always packed, very good. We enjoy each other, while we're there. And along the line, I'm gonna have to share links to the series we have done. We have done 8 sessions since the program came alive, and it's been so one of our best programs. And all our programs are good, So when we do Nigeria now, it's a lot. Um, then global matters are rising, packed, big time. So I would love to see you guys. Let us enjoy one another. Let us learn from one another. Let us build the type of Africa that we need. I'm not. It's a lot of comments here. I'm not going to be able to read anything, all of them. It's a lot to read. Yes, so that is how it is. So if you are joining us for the first time, again, we welcome you, and we want you to subscribe to our channel so that we all can grow together. And this Good Morning Africa is a show selected for the good of Africa. Just like as Africans wake up, you come back, you come and meet something positive. We talk about situations in Africa, how to overcome some of them. And we're going to be talking a lot about slavery, how it all started. We cannot run away from it. That's part of our history. Two types of slavery took place. There was a slavery to the Arabs. The Arabs took African slaves for 700 years. 700 years. Yes, 700 years of Arab slavery. And then during those 700 years, all the male slaves that they took from Africa, they were all castrated. They removed their testicles. So they will become impotent and not be able to impregnate Arab women. All right. So that's why you don't see a lot of black people in the Arab world. You find them sparingly, and then 700 years. And then after that, that's how our Africans met Islam. Yes, the oppressors gave us their religion. But we don't like talking about it, but that's the truth. If you are a human being, you should be able to explore, interrogate your history, interrogate your environment. It's not bad. It's not a bad thing to ask questions. I asked a lot of questions growing up, about God and why we are made to worship God the way we worship it from the Christian standpoint. Then the Arabs, after they did their own, the Europeans came 400 years of slavery. And again, they came and gave us Christianity, gave us the Bible. All right, they were telling us to look up God, that God was upstairs, and to close your eyes while praying. They were stealing from us. And they used the opportunity to survey all our land to the point now that they know where minerals are more than we, the owner. We don't even know. Whatever they tell us is what we believe. And now to get them out of our countries becomes a problem because they have been used to it and they think that they own us. Yes, that's the way they think. They think that they own us and that Africa is a plantation, and the people there are their plantation workers. So this is why it is important now. Use this generation. Yes, our ancestors tried, and they had a dream about building one country out of Africa. They call United States of Africa. But unfortunately, those who started the work, yes, became a threat to the colonial and imperial masters who started raising puppets from Africa to oust them. Remember General Kotoka ousted Kwame Nkrumah in Ghana. Kotoka, yeah, black man like him. Yes, he worked for the colonial masters to oust Nkrumah. Then Congo, Patrice Lumumba was ousted by Tshombe. Tshombe later became Mobutu Sese Seko. Look at what he did to that country. Destroyed the country. Destroyed the country. And since then, the country has never known peace. You see, more than a quarter of the population of Congo are in IDP camp in their country. They are war. They are refugees in their country. And to make the whole thing so more painful, Congo has a lot of mineral resources, unbelievable amount of mineral resources. What makes this communication between you and I happen is only found in Congo. But what are the Congolese benefiting? Nothing. They are benefiting from debt, massive debts of their people. They are in camps. They don't even Congo does not have about to 300 miles of good roads. No, they don't. They don't. They don't have electricity. They don't have water. Yes, but yet they have this. The companies that make this, that turn this into communication gadgets, they declare billions of dollars profit every year. Now that wakes you up. That should wake you up. You Africans watching me, that you this supposed to be making you ask questions and not just be dancing the latest dance and you buy the latest phone and you think it is. Ask Kwame Nkrumah, ask Modibo Keita, ask Jomo Kenyatta. Yes, Julius Nyerere. They made sacrifices. They made a lot of sacrifices to be the torch bearer, to be those who started the process of the decolonization of Africa. They stopped them. The work is not over. Their mission, their vision was to build one country. Yes, one big African country and Africa without borders. So that you don't need visa. You don't need to take permission from anybody to go to South Africa. You go there if you want to do business. You do your business. You return to Nigeria. If you want to stay, you stay. Nobody bothers you. But that freedom of movement for all people would have eased the tension that we now have when South Africans will wake up some morning out of frustration because there are minimal opportunities in their country and they start killing fellow Africans. It's not supposed to happen. It's not their fault. If you understand the psychology that leads them into doing what they do, you will understand. It's like the people are in a choked bucket, and there has to be air in it. So for them to open that place, we need to diffuse the tension in Africa. It's a lot of tension there. All the fake boundaries, fake borders that they put there, we have to remove all of them to make Africa a place, a home to all of us. So you can move around and do things productive to the good of Africa. If we have that type of United States of Africa, we won't be having the problem of Boko Haram. Why we will not have them is because any group of people who rears its ugly head will have a continental force. You know what I mean? A continental force that will deal with insecurity and they will deal effectively and decisively with it. Yeah, because the army of Nigeria, for instance, is corrupted. That is why Boko Haram has the audacity to do what they do. That's why the Fulani headsmen masterminded by Fulani elites, do whatever they want to do in Nigeria and they are not held accountable. So imagine if Africa was one country and then they have an army that want to do good for the people and want to make sure that Africa has peace at all times. When they go and come after Boko Haram Fulani enhancement, they're not going to be thinking twice because you'll be having Kenyans in the army Ugandans, they are not going to come to Nigeria to come and mess with Fulani idiots who carry AK-47 about. They will deal with them, and then that will end. And then the country will have so much abundance that there is no even need to even remember to carry gun and be killing one another. It's the struggle for scarce resources. That is what that they made scarce, not because they are actually scarce. So this is why there is a vision and a reason why we must now pull back. You see what Ibrahim Traore is doing? He's a Pan-Africanist. He understands what the problem is. So we want more of Ibrahim Traore. We want me, you, and all of us to start thinking Africa. We want to fast track the unification of Africa because it's in the best interest of all of us. All the countries in Africa are fake. It's not what the people of Africa put together. They were put together by external forces. That is why those countries cannot work. That's why we can't get the right type of leaders who drive the economies in the way that would be beneficial to the African people. Yeah, so that is why we don't want, if we had a one Africa, the Ethiopians will not be coming to Nigeria to learn how to rig election. Yes. We'll have a different electoral system and a different system of government that will work for us. So that is why they don't want that to happen. They don't want us to unite. But it's our destiny, it's in our hand. It's me and you, only me and you, and the rest of us that can come together to say yes. If Africa unites, Africa has that right type of leadership. Africa has the type of government. Africa has all the right type of environment that we need. The continent is so blessed with everything. Nobody will want to leave Africa. The world will want to even come and stay in Africa. And that is why what they do now is to come and steal. You know, they know we have the enormous resources. They come and steal it and they take to their countries. And they make us sell raw materials. Instead of investing in our continent and that create job opportunities for our teeming youth. It's only we who can do it. We who love the continent, who have taken the continent as our own. We are the only one who can build it. Americans build America. All right, Britain building Britain through exploiting Africa. So we have to stop all those nonsense and then look inwardly and build our continent. You will see the Eldorado. You will see that Africa is that heaven that they talk about. Before we talk about the imaginary heaven that they tell us that we have to die before we get there. But let us make the heaven here. God made this continent, Africa, heaven. But we, through our tragedy of leadership and the bad choices of leaders that we make, that is why we are suffering. It's nothing. It's not no rocket science. So I am so happy that we have finally launched this program. Help us drive it, be the traffic, bring more people, share this message, like what we do, support us the best way you can. Yes, because we have foot soldiers working for us, and you can enlist to be one of our foot soldiers, to drive the message of liberation, the message of redemption, the message that Africa was once great, and that Africa is the mother of the earth, and that Africa has all the resources that are being taken away, yes, to build other economies at our expense and to the detriment of our people and the continent. So it's time for us to say enough is enough. You may want to ask yourself a question. Why is it that Africa does not have companies that are building roads in China? But China is building a lot of roads in Africa. You think it's normal? It's not normal. Do they have, are they more intelligent than us? No. Do they have, they are not smarter than us? So they started building things for themselves. They made their own mistakes, but they kept on perfecting it. So we can do the same thing. We are not able to do it because we don't have the type of leadership that can inspire us to do things for our places. All the scientists, the great scientists that are here in the United States and around the world, a great number of them are Africans doing great things. But when we go back home, we don't have the infrastructure to stand on to develop our continent. And part of it, a huge part of it, is leadership crisis. Yes. So this is why we must do what we can right now. The only way Africa will not be recolonized is through the unification of Africa. It is urgent. It is urgent. It is urgent. There's no solution to all the problems that we have. The only solution to African problem is the unification of the country under one government with one economy, one currency, backed by our resources. We have gold, we have bauxite, we have copper, we have diamond. Yes. We have new things that they are discovering. We have enormous amount of gas. So when we put these resources behind our currency, the global currency will be the African currency. But we need strategists. We need the men who can do it. Those men are there. But we prevent them, you, me, and all of us prevent them from getting into the pathway to a point where they can be unleashed for the good of Africa. Check out your country. My country, Nigeria, is in the hands of rogues. Cameroon is in the hands of a rogue or a team of rogues. Ivory Coast is in the hands of rogues. Kenya is in the hands of rogues. You want me to know? The South African man self is not, what does he call him? Yes, it's not that great. We need the revolutionaries, progressive revolutionaries who love Africa, who understand economics, who can come together and build an economy that will be insulated against the madness in the global arena. Yes, we can make it happen. We can build cars. We can do so much. There are a lot of Africans who are endowed to do things technologically. But when they are discovered here, they don't find we can't do anything. We don't support them. The politicians in Africa are mostly thieves. They are only interested in lining their pockets, go build mansions outside their countries, go to France, go to Europe. Some come to America to deposit the money. When they die, everything vanishes. Yes, they don't invest in Africa. So we want to change that. We want to bring those who can inspire Africans to be the best that they can be. So with this, I say thank you to all those who joined this inaugural uh, live stream of Good Morning Africa, Africa Unite. And we look forward to seeing you same time, same station, same anchor next Wednesday. Yes. So this is the very first one. And then we talked about something very, very strategic, something very disturbing that Ethiopia had to send its electoral officials to Nigerian electoral, National Electoral Commission, whatever it is called, to come and learn what nonsense. Yes, an organization that lost its credibility. It didn't have any credibility in the first place, but we are where we are because of the tragedy of leadership. So Nigeria would not have been the best destination for Ethiopians if the Ethiopian government is a very serious government. I think the governor, the president that wants to stay perpetuate himself into power through rigging. And the Ethiopian people, now I'm telling you now, you better be on standby and to watch what's going on so you can don't allow them to seize your country like they did to Nigeria. Bye for now. And one final call to all those who have not subscribed to our channel. We look forward to seeing you. Please subscribe, and then help us share our message. Your subscription really helps us. Every subscription you give to us is like $1 million. That's how we value you, and we look forward to seeing you. Then to our returning subscribers, man, we love you. We thank you very much for your loyalty. I look forward to always working with you. Bye for now.